LiteFinance, the world of financial freedom.
Hello traders, I'll summarize week ahead in terms of macro events, what will be happening and what might be the possible outcome for the markets. Starting from the macro calendar as always, because next week we are expecting the publications of important macro statistics from Australia, China, US, Germany, Eurozone, Great Britain, Canada, New Zealand, as well as the results of the monetary policy meetings of the central banks of Japan, Eurozone, Canada and China. So it goes as follows. On Monday we have China's GDP for the fourth quarter. Next we have the China's also retail sales index. On Tuesday we have the German economic ZEW sentiment. On Wednesday we have the People's Bank of China decision on the interest rate. Then on the Great Britain's consumer price index. And next core consumer price index and consumer price indices in Canada. Again, Bank of Canada's decision on the interest rate and Bank of Canada's accompanying statement. Again, Bank of Canada's Monetary Policy Committee report, crude oil inventories, and finally the US presidential inauguration. On Thursday, Australia employment and unemployment rate, Bank of Japan's decision on interest rate, press conference and comments on monetary policy. Then ECB's rate decision and press conference. And finally, on Friday, we have Australia retail sales index, Germany's manufacturing PMI, the preliminary reading, PMIs from UK, and Friday we will finish with the retail sales from Canada. So as you can see, the week is fully packed. So Wednesday all eyes are set to be on Capitol Hill. This week with the inauguration of Joe Biden as the 46th President of the United States. 4 years ago, President Trump marked his inauguration with a speech which set the tone for the next 4 years in terms of his tone and belligerence. This week's speech is unlikely to be as decisive in tone. However, it will certainly give a decent indication as to what sort of program the new administration is likely to implement over the next 4 years. From trade policy with China to domestic policy on investment in energy, renewables and other infrastructure, where federal spending has been rather lacking in recent years. Last week, the president-elect outlined a new fiscal aid program of $1.9 trillion. Support will be spread across a variety of areas, specifically in the form of $350 billion in state aid, an increase in the minimum wage, and a further $1,400 in stimulus payments to US workers. There was a little in the way of detail about future long-term spending commitments on infrastructure and other types of investment, including education and energy. However, this is likely to come once he has got his feet under the desk in the Oval Office. When we refer to the technicals, we are on the levels from which the dollar started a strong move upward in 2018. If you add rising yields on government bonds, it can help the greenback, but for how long? The other side of the story is that the strong currency is no good for the recovering economy, and the Fed would step in if the dollar would start getting too strong. So, that would be it for today. Thank you and till next time, guys.